What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of July 14th, 2019. And I know that I missed a few weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. It's been quite a time. But I did mention this in my last trophy talk that I did go on a vacation. That's where I've been. So I finally got back. I wasn't able to make a video before I left for the vacation, and I came back last week. So I wasn't able to, this is the first week, full week that I'm back. So we're going to do a trophy talk for this. Anyway, it's been a pretty eventful week when it comes to playing games, trophy hunting. If anyone's wondering, my vacation that I had was pretty fun. It was not as relaxing as a normal vacation would be, but I did see a lot of cool things, and it was, again, fun. I am messing with some microphone settings right now, so if this sounds different than it usually does, sounds better, sounds worse, let me know down in the comments below. I'd like to get a little bit of feedback because these are the settings that I'm going to try to use when I'm streaming. I'm trying to eliminate some background noise and things of that sort, trying to make it a little more professional. I didn't really dial in my settings when I got this this post-processing machine, so I finally dialed in some settings and messed with some things. So let me know about that down in the comments below. So this is going to be a pretty eventful video. This might break the hour mark. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to be pushing for it or anything of that sort. We're just going to let it see, let's see where it goes. But yeah, just wanted to start that off. Just got done doing an Uncharted 2 boost, which I'll talk about in this video. That's been pretty successful as well. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. So if I remember correctly from the last video that I made, it was around Watch Dogs 2. There was a few other games that I was playing, but Watch Dogs 2 was essentially around where I stopped. So after that, I did actually, right after I recorded my trophy talk, the last one, I actually hopped on Minecraft that night and I got done that whole DLC. And surprisingly, this whole new DLC, expansion pack 10, pretty simple. Took a total of an hour or two. I did have a few issues with the Ravager. I had a raid happen like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't actually have the Ravager spawn. So what I did was before I killed the Pillager Captain, I actually saved my game manually, then killed the Captain, started the raid, and got the Ravager. So that's just a little workaround. If you guys are going to go for this DLC, I would suggest that before you kill your Pillager Captain, definitely do a backup save so that you can get the trophies if you do have some sort of issue. Now, mind you, it only took me about 15 to 20 minutes to actually set the world up, find the Pillager Captain and all that. So it's not too much time wasted if you don't do the save backup, but that's just being that. But yeah, this was pretty easy, pretty simple. I didn't have too many issues with it, and I got that done in a single night. So Minecraft back to 100%. That's pretty cool. Up next, we have Doom. I actually finished up all the leveling that I needed to do in Doom. I haven't finished the multiplayer. I want to find 3 people. I think I have 1 to 2 people right now that are willing to help me. So if anyone's willing to help, it would literally take probably less than a half an hour to finish up what I want to do. But essentially, I did get the, I believe it's the Evil Cultist armor. You know, it might not be that. It's the Cyber Demonic armor. So that's to get rep 10. I did get that Cyber Demonic armor, so I'm done leveling up. The only thing I have to do now to finish up the multiplayer is get a few kills with a few demons, get a gold rating, and then that's really it when it comes down to the multiplayer. So I'd like to finish this up soon. Another thing that I want to do in Doom after I finish up the multiplayer is I want to do all the snap map stuff. I'm sure I've said this before, but there's like publishing snap maps and creating snap maps and doing the advanced tutorials and stuff. I want to do those trophies, do that, and then I might end up just blowing this platinum out. I'm not really sure. I wanted to get a majority of this, or at least the multiplayer stuff, done before Doom Eternal came out, just so I wasn't in the same dilemma as I'm in with a game like The Division right now. But I might just try to get this platinum done and knock it out before Doom Eternal comes out. Obviously, I want to do Doom Classic and Doom 3 BFG, but if I can do, you know, Doom 2016 and just get it done, then that would be pretty nice as well. I'm a person where I always want to do games chronologically. Usually, I want to do them the order that they've come out, but then there's some times where I want to do them chronologically as well. So, what it makes sense for the storyline. But then there's other times where I'm trying to now just do games to do them, not worry about chronologically and this and that. So we'll see how it works out. And we'll see what I feel like doing, because I might just feel like getting the platinum done. Up next we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I did finish up the other DLC, Fate of Atlantis Episode 2, and I might have done like an additional feat. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was an additional feat. They added an additional feat up here, so I did that. Today, when you guys are watching this video, it will be the 16th, hopefully. They did actually release this Fate of Atlantis Episode 3, so I'll probably be streaming this within the next few days, and then hopefully they'll release this last additional feat mission, and then I'll be able to get the 100% in Odyssey. I think that they're going to be done with trophies in Odyssey. I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I can see them adding is when they add the tour mode to add trophies like they did in Origins, but we'll just have to wait and see. I would love to get this game 100% and just get it done, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. So that's all I played before I left, before I went on vacation. Then I went on vacation, and the only thing I was playing on vacation was Vita games, because that's all I had. So the first game that I wanted to finish up on the Vita was PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. And if you guys know anything about this game, all I had to do, or what takes the longest, is just completing the arcade mode with each character. So I just had to go through, play the arcade mode with each character, do that. So I blew through that, got that done, got all these random trophies at the bottom, got my platinum, called it a day. Then up next, I worked on a game called Tabletop Racing. I don't even know if people know that this game exists. So a few years ago, there was a game called Tabletop Racing World Tour that came out on the PS4, and it was free on Plus. And this was like its big breakthrough, was when it was free on Plus. This is actually the prequel to that game, the first game in the franchise. So if you want to quote that, and it's only on the Vita. So I ended up, I had it, so I ended up doing it just to get that whole franchise done. And surprisingly, it's not that bad of a game, pretty easy. The AI can be annoying at times. There's a few challenges that can be a bit annoying, but it's pretty reasonable. If you've done Tabletop Racing World Tour, you're going to have no issues doing this game. There is one online trophy, so if you do own the game, I would suggest to do it. It's literally just to win a race online. So nothing big there. But like I said, if you've done Tabletop Racing World Tour and you found it somewhat easy, then doing Tabletop Racing on the Vita is going to be no problem for you at all. Then up next, the last game that I played, the last big game that I played, was Resistance Burning Skies. And I started playing this years ago, 2 years ago, you can see. And I did all the online that I had to do, which was really easy. And then I got in and I started playing it, and then I didn't really enjoy it. There's something about the Vita, right? Just the way the Vita fits in your hands and everything, that just, it doesn't seem comfortable to me. I don't know if that's because my hands are bigger or what, but it just doesn't seem comfortable. I ended up buying one of the things that's like shaped like a controller to hold it, but I didn't bring it on vacation with me. So I ended up playing the Vita just normally, and I didn't really have any issues, actually, surprisingly. When I used to play it, I used to have so many issues, just my hands cramping and things of that sort. But I surprisingly didn't have any issues, so maybe I changed my technique, who knows. But I ended up finishing up Resistance Burning Skies. If you know anything about the game, you literally just have to play through it. There's a few things you have to pay attention to while you're playing through, collecting. They're not really collectibles, but they're like these little cubes that you have to pick up in order to upgrade weapons. And you don't even have to get every upgrade in the game. You literally just have to upgrade a weapon one time. So there's like 8 weapons. You have to get 8 of those little cube things, and then you actually have to get an extra one. So you have to get 9 because you have to upgrade both slots of one weapon. So pretty easy. That's really the only thing that you have to look out for when you're playing the game. Other than that, most of this stuff, actually all this stuff, you'll get probably through natural progression. The only thing that you should pay attention to when you're going through is killing 50 Chimera by detonating their heat stacks. That can be pretty annoying. You're probably not going to get to kill 1000 Chimera before finishing. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Chimera. It looks like it. And then the last thing that you might have to farm a little bit, I'm trying to look for it, is right here, Giant. Kill any combination of 18 Impalers and Executioners. That might not come through natural progression, but there's easy places to farm it. All in all, this is a really easy platinum. Way easier than I thought. But yeah, that's about where my Vita spree ended. I was also planning on, during vacation, working on Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation on the Vita. I wanted to do the online, and I wanted to start working through the game. It turns out that when I left, I didn't take some of my games. So I didn't take Liberation. I didn't take Killzone Mercenary. I didn't take Spy Hunter. And there was a few other games that I have that I didn't take. One of the games that I took was Little Deviants, and I was like, let's give it a try, because a few months back, I got the trophy in Little Deviants for um, getting the Defeat a Friend challenge from a PlayStation Network friend, or complete a challenge from a PlayStation Network friend. Apparently, this is like a really difficult trophy. I got that, and I was like, oh, I'll play through the game and try to do it. You know, it's a sub 1% platinum. Like, this would be pretty cool to get. I played it for about 2 hours, and I was done with it. So I don't know if I'll ever platinum Little Deviants. It's just the type of game where it's like shovelware, just tech demo for the Vita. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the thing that's really annoying is the challenges that I were doing. You basically have to gold challenge everything in the game. And in order to gold challenge everything in the game, you literally have to do everything perfect, no errors at all. And that's a bit annoying, especially when you have to do dozens of them. So I was kind of like, you know what? Let's just keep this one on the DL. I got one of the hardest trophies in the game, or most annoying trophies. Maybe one day I'll go back to it, but I'm not too worried to go back to it right now. So on the Vita, I'll cover this real quick before I move on. But in accordance, or talking about the Vita, since I'm talking about the Vita here, like I said, I did want to do Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. That was my goal, was to do that on vacation. Since I didn't bring it and I didn't want to play Little Deviants, I started playing Uncharted Golden Abyss again. But for some reason, my Vita's memory card kept saying that it was falling out or something. I don't know what was going on. And I ended up just like putting my Vita away for like 2 days because that was happening. So I didn't play it for like 2 days on vacation just because it pissed me off. But anyway, that's besides the point. Back on the Vita, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, I actually just started working on the multiplayer tonight, because when I'm boosting Uncharted 2 and other games, there's times when I'm not really doing anything. I'm literally just AFKing. So I was like, I'll just do this multiplayer in Assassin's Creed Liberation and just get it done. And then I am going on vacation, another vacation in like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of taking, usually on this vacation, it's more of like a family home. I would usually take my PS3 or my PS4 and do some shovelware easy games when I'm there. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to take my PS3 or PS4. I'm going to take the Vita, try to do Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, and then possibly start Killzone Mercenary or something else. So I think when I go on these trips to like this family house, when we go on vacation and for long weekends and stuff, I think I'm just going to end up taking my my Vita instead of taking my PS3 and PS4. I especially can't take my PS4 because I have a 8 terabyte external hard drive hooked up to it, and it actually has to be powered by an outside source in order to get it to work. So I literally can't even, if I want to take my PS4 anywhere, I literally have to have 2 plugs sitting there ready to go, because I need one for my PS4 and I need one for the external hard drive. So it kind of sucks, but it's whatever. I'm not sweating it. And then we get into some games that I started cleaning up this week, which made me feel really good. So I came back from vacation, and the first thing I did when I came back from vacation was worked on Golf Club 2. Now, before I left for vacation, I'm not sure if I talked about this in the last trophy talk. I ended up getting the trophy in Golf Club 2 for the $1 million. Now, if anyone knows about this game, it's pretty notorious. If anyone knows about this game, this trophy is pretty stupid, because it literally takes 300 hours to earn $1 million. Now, I think I talked about this before, but I sat down with me, a few other people, and then we kind of collaborated, and we ended up coming up with $1 million. One guy had like 400,000. I was getting 400,000 from someone that previously got the trophy. And then between everyone else, we were able to gather another 200,000 in order to get to the $1 million. So with all that being said, we had $1 million. So we started transferring the money around. Everyone that was going for the trophy got the trophy. And that is that. Now, if you're wondering where the money is now, because you would like to get the trophy yourself, I honestly can't tell you. The guy that had his 400,000, we gave his money back to him because he asked for it, which that's the right thing to do. The other, well, actually, when we got money, we got like 480,000. So we kept 500,000, divvied it between 4 people. So each one of us got 125,000. Then the last guy got like the last 100,000. So it's whatever. So I had 125,000, but I've passed that off to somebody that said they wanted to go for the trophy themselves. So you'll just have to look and find people that got it, or work together with some people to try to get the trophy if you want it. But yeah, I did get that trophy, and I ended up getting the platinum as well. So Golf Club 2 is now my rarest platinum. But with everyone that's gotten the $1 million recently, it's going to bump Twisted Metal back up there sometime soon. I don't know when, because I don't know when everyone's going to get their platinum, but it's pretty cool to get that done. That's like the hardest game in the Golf Club franchise. There's only 3 games, so it's the hardest one, being sub 1%, just crazy. But that was pretty cool to get done. And that was a lot of collaboration between people, but it was pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Then up next, we have the Grand Tour. I finally finished the Grand Tour. I think I talked about this weeks ago, that I actually wanted to finish this. I wanted to grind out the rest of everything that I had to do, and then and get it done. So I ended up doing that when I got back. I grinded out the 50 wins with each character. And then the other thing that I had to do was there was a few power-ups that I had to use, like, go down to the bottom here. High T, pretty easy ones. High T, Nuisance Call, Elephant Race. The ones like Elephant Race and High T, they're really easy to get. You'll get them when you're boosting or grinding for your wins. Not really boosting, but grinding for your wins. Other power-ups like Nuisance Call, you can actually grind these in split screen. If you just have one player park, or if you have your guest park in front of you and then you're just at the item pickups, you can literally just keep picking up items, and hopefully you'll get Nuisance Calls. So that's a little easy to farm. But yeah, I did the 50 wins with each character. It takes approximately, I would say it takes approximately 2 to 3 hours to get a character done fully. Maybe a little bit less than that. I'm not 100% sure. It really depends on what car you use and how fast you're going and everything to get it done. Because the loading screens actually take longer than anything. The loading screens take longer than the race themselves. And what I did was, when I got all my power-ups done, like using all the power-ups, I just did races without power-ups, because it was a little less stressful, and I liked my screen not shaking all over the place. So that was pretty cool to get done. You can see by the trophy dates right here that I actually did Hambin, May, and Abby essentially all in the same day. So I grinded all 3 of those out, got them done. I was kind of in the mindset, I said it a while back, but my goal was to do like 1 character a day and get it done in like 4 days. But when I was playing, I was actually in the mindset, and I was like, I'm making really good progress. So I'm just going to keep pushing through, and I'll just get this shit done. Like, just get this game done. Fuck pushing it off. Let's just get it done. Let's get it over with. Let's move on to the next one. So that's done. That was pretty cool. Expect videos for all these platinums in 100%. Like, not for the Vita, obviously, because I can't record them, but like Golf Club, Grand Tour, the next game I'm going to talk about. Expect videos from that stuff sometime soon. Then up next, we have Fast Draw Showdown. I don't know if I've ever talked about this game on a trophy talk, but no, it's probably about a year ago. About a year ago, I found these, I don't want to say, I guess you could say genre. I found these genre of games that were just very interesting. And the first genre that I found was this game called Mad Dog McCree. And the reason that it popped out to me was because it had the same font from that Red Dead Redemption uses. And I was like, this is weird. So I looked the game up. It's a game from like the 80s or something. It's an arcade game. And I was like, this is strange. So then I looked up other games that were related to it, and there ended up being 2 other games that were kind of related to it, made by the same company. There was a game called The Last Bounty Hunter, and then Fast Draw Showdown. Now, Mad Dog McCree 1 and 2 and The Last Bounty Hunter are they're single player games. There's nothing, they have a story. They have some narrative to them that makes you want to play. Fast Draw Showdown is literally the worst part of those 3 games, and it's in its own game. And it's literally the dueling part of the games. Because when you play through those games, you're going to have to duel people every once in a while, and it's annoying. and Fast Draw Showdown takes it to a whole nother level. So when I got done the Grand Tour the other night, I was on the PS3 because I was like, I'm going to get on the PS3. I'll show you guys my progress for Uncharted 2. We'll take a look at Uncharted 3, see what's going on there, and then we can decide what to play. And it came up, someone came in the chat and they were like, did you read the guide for Fast Draw Showdown? Apparently there's an easy way to do stuff. And I was like, nah, I didn't read it. I don't think that's true. So I ended up reading the guide and I was like, this is kind of weird, but let's try it out. So I loaded up the game and I literally was blasting through it left and right on the hardest difficulty. And I was like, wow, this is great. I can actually get this 100%. I never thought I'd be able to get this, honestly, just because of how difficult the hardest difficulty can be with the timing and everything. So anyway, I blast through the hardest difficulty, literally blast through all the challenges, everything that I have to do. And there's a trophy in this game that's called earn all the badges and then defeat all the shooters who come in pairs. So I'm playing through and I got all the other trophies that I needed, you know, Junction Jack's lucky hat, beating a friend 6-0, getting the fastest time of 0.5 or less for 20 fighters, getting the fastest time of 0.3 or less. You know, I was getting all this stuff, and I had these last 2 trophies, 2 for 1, which is to defeat all shooters who come in pairs, and fully decorated, which is to earn all the badges. Now, there's a badge in this game for defeating all fighters or all shooters. And obviously, since I wasn't getting the last pair, I wasn't getting all the shooters. So at first I was like, okay, my game might actually be broken, might be glitched. Not sure, it might be glitched. So I'm playing through. I played through the easy mode, you know, half a dozen times. Didn't see the fighters. Played through the hard mode until like the last round. Didn't see the fighters. Played the split screen, the multiplayer side of the game, which just cycles fighters or shooters. Didn't see the shooters. So I'm starting to think, well, this is broken. So I ended the stream the one night. I really wanted to get this game done the one night. And I didn't. I ended the stream and I was like, I'm going to do some research tonight and tomorrow, come back, try to finish it. So I do some research and I'm like, okay, I am actually missing some shooters. There's one duo of shooters that I'm missing called Good and Bad. So I was like, okay, just gonna have to go back on the grind and get it done. So I load back in the next day to stream, playing through on easy, still not finding them. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the decision here. Let's play on the normal, like the base difficulty, like the normal one, the one in the middle. Let's play through that difficulty and let's see if I can get them. Maybe they only show up on the normal difficulty. So I'm playing through, nothing. I get into the final round, the 8th round, and the second shooter that I came up against was a guy that I didn't set a time for and I had never seen before. So I was like, okay, well, I've never seen this guy. So this is a new fighter. New shooter. What is going on here? And then I keep playing. And then like the third to last one in the 8th round, there's like 6 shooters per round. There's 8 rounds. So you have to fight like 50 people before you get to like the last fighter or last shooter. I keep saying fighter. So anyway, I'm on like the third to last one. And then they finally gave me the duo. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You guys couldn't give it at the beginning. You couldn't give it in the middle. You couldn't give it, you know, you had to literally give it almost on the very last shooter that I'm going to go against. What the hell? So anyway, I ended up getting the one shooter that I hadn't seen before, doing the duo, and then I got the trophies. So you'll see it in the video that I put up for this game for the 100%, but it was just like, I thought I was going crazy. I literally thought I was going crazy. So if anyone ever goes for this game and you have the same issue where like you think that the game is broken, it's not. Just keep playing. You'll come across the guys eventually, trust me, because I thought I was going crazy, but I eventually got them. Anyway, that's my little background for Fast Draw Showdown. Glad to get that done. That's 100%. Again, 100% that I never thought I would get. It sat at like 30 or 30% for like the longest time, just because I was just like, I'm never going to be able to beat this hardest difficulty. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to beat it. Then up next, last 2 games, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Started playing this on stream again. Played through the Desolation of Mordor campaign with Baranor. Got through that, did all that. Ended up not getting the gold rating in the Desolation of Mordor. Bummer. Then I started looking at a few of the other trophies. And a few of the other trophies you play as Talion. So, you know, I conquered the fortress as Talion. I'm going to be making video guides for Shadows of the Sand, doing all those missions, and then maybe Baranor the Conqueror. We'll see if that's even worth doing a guide for. And then there's a few other things like Bombarder. I'm going to do a trophy guide for that. And then maybe Gauntlet for all the Numerian artifacts. I don't know if they actually show. If they show up on the map, I won't do it. But if they don't show up on the map, I'll probably do something. But that 100% should be coming through sometime soon, sometime this week. I would like to get that done because that's going to knock one of the games that I wanted to do the DLC off of, like permanently. We'll be done with that. And then last but not least, we have Uncharted 2. I've been talking about this damn game forever, and I just want it to be over at this point. So making, you know, decent progress. We had a few hiccups, few issues, I would say, but making decent progress. I don't know if I have earned any trophies since last time, other than the trophy that I literally got right before I started recording this video, which is to win 50 deathmatch games. But got that trophy. The last trophy that I need to be done with this is 2,500 kills, and I'm around 1,700 kills right now. So I only need 800 kills, and I'll be done. So about 2/3 of the way through the kills, making progress. I'm thinking about 2 more nights, 3 more nights max, and this game will be done. Finally, the kills are taking goddamn forever. It's ridiculous. I am planning on making a multiplayer trophy guide for this game for the DLC. Obviously, the 2 base game trophies are really easy, but I'm going to probably do something for the DLC. So if you're interested in doing the multiplayer for Uncharted 2, keep an eye out for that guide. I'm going to try to walk you through everything that you have to do. Anyway, that's what I've been playing over the past few weeks. What do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? Well, obviously, like I said, Middle-earth Shadow of War is, for single-player wise, going to be my big game that I want to focus on and try to get that DLC done. Obviously, like I said, Uncharted 2, 2 to 3 nights, we're going to be done with that. The other big game that I did start playing a little bit this week but didn't earn a trophy is Uncharted 3. Now, Uncharted 3 is a pretty big 100%. It takes a lot of time. A lot of people are kind of scared of it. I think I'm going to go for it. Just because I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, especially since it's just me and one other guy that are going to be playing the game, and we can literally self-boost the whole thing, just the 2 of us for the most part. Maybe one other person might join us, but yeah, there's literally 2 of us, and we can self-boost the whole game because between the amount of PS3s and PS3s that I have and I just said PS3s and PS3s. The PS3s that I have and the PS3s that he has, we have enough PS3s to legitimately just self-boost the game. So you have to get 250 wins in the multiplayer because you have to get 50 wins in each game mode. But we're going to be able to do just 250 games compared to if you had a full team of people having to do 500 because you have to do these people win 250 and these people win 250. So we only have to do 250 games in the multiplayer to get that done. There's a few multiplayer medals that are annoying. There's obviously the big thing, which is the treasure grind that everyone talks about. But personally, if you can get the multiplayer done and literally the treasure grind is just playing survival over and over again, as long as I don't have to play survival with the damn shade characters, I don't have a problem playing survival over and over again. So that's not really too much of an issue for me. It's just playing survival with those shade guys that really piss me off. But we are doing that shade DLC, or at least the shade medals first, just to get that out of the way. So we'll be doing the shade medals, and then we'll be doing the multiplayer after that probably, and then we'll be doing all the co-op and treasure stuff after that, and just ending with what is apparently the worst. Now, there is one other game that I want to start doing sometime soon. It just depends when everyone's available, and that's Operation 7. This game also goes down in September, along with Uncharted 2 and 3. So I would like to get through that. It only will take a weekend, I think, with some dedicated people. So I'm not super worried, but it's just something else that I would like to play. And then, like I said, on top of playing all this with the Vita, I am going to try to do at least the multiplayer for Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. And then I'll start playing through the campaign, maybe in my free time. I'm not sure. I might just do it when I go on my next vacation and just get it done. So, but that'll be coming up sometime soon, at least playing through that. Other than that, The only other thing that I plan on playing this week probably is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Maybe if I get some people to help, I'll hop into Doom. And then after I finish the Middle-earth Shadow of War DLC, what's the next DLC that I want to go for? I think the next DLC that I want to go for after Shadow of War is going to be Spin Tires. Going to do that DLC, and then maybe I'll start working through Horizon and possibly Need for Speed Most Wanted. I really want to do Resident Evil 7, but like for some reason I don't want to start it. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's really weird. There's been a few games on stream that people have been asking about as well. Games like WWE 2010, Game of Thrones, just games that I played a few, weeks, months back that haven't really come back up. So those might come back up sometime soon. I did make a list of games that I kind of want to follow on my PS4. Another one of those games that I really want to get done is Sekiro. I've kind of had that on the back burner for a while, and I've been neglecting it a little bit, so I want to do that. But looking down the list here, I don't think there's really anything else other than like doing some games like WWE and Leisure Suit Larry, just games that I started on stream that I never actually finished, just going back and actually finishing them and getting through them. But I'm all for playing whatever when it comes down to what people ask on stream. I personally am enjoying going through my backlog right now. There's a lot of games that are on my trophy list that have just been sitting there for a while, and I'm finally starting to finish them up. It's raising my completion percentage like a ridiculous amount. I mean, I'm going to surpass 60% completion sometime soon. So I haven't seen that number in I don't even know when. I don't even know if I've seen that number on PSN Profile. So yeah, it's been nice to kind of get through and start upping that completion percentage. But obviously adding games like Assassin's Creed Liberation to my list and only doing the online for now, it's gonna tank it a little bit, but it's whatever. It's whatever. But I'm having my biggest problem right now. Let's go on a little bit of rambling. Give me a little sip of water. The biggest problem that I'm having right now when it comes to gaming, which this is super like first world problems. The biggest problem that I'm having is just picking what games I want to play. Because obviously I want to do all these onlines before the servers go down. I want to do Uncharted 2. I want to do Uncharted 3. It's not like I don't want to do them. I do want to do them. Uncharted 3 is a great game. Playing the survival is great. There's just things that like annoy me a little bit, like the Shade DLC pisses me off. All the multiplayer you have to do, kind of annoying. 250 matches is a lot. Now, obviously, when it comes to like objective game modes and stuff, it's probably not that bad. But like doing 50 wins in deathmatch is probably going to be pretty annoying. But I do want to get through it. It's not that it's not that I don't want to do these games. I want to do them. Trust me. If I didn't want to do them, I wouldn't do them. But I do also want to play some games as well. I don't want to come home and just be like multiplayer. I said weeks ago, months ago that I wanted to get off that diet, and it seems that I'm back on it. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. I want to do the games. I'm not complaining. I want to do the games, but there's also other games that I want to do as well. And being on a time limit to get a game done because of server shutdowns is a burden, but it's also really nice as well because it forces you to actually play the game. Like Uncharted 3, right? If the servers weren't actually going down, would I be playing it right now? Fuck no. Would I be playing Uncharted 2? Fuck no. I would care two shits about them. But since the servers are going down, it forces me to actually play it. And it's taking time away from me doing other games, but it's something I wanted to do at some point, so it kind of helps me prioritize doing them. So it has its ups and its downs. I think it has more... I mean, it's pretty balanced. It has the same amount of ups as it has downs. And like I said, this isn't the ideal time. Would I want to do this right now? No, I'd rather play 50 other games at this point. But since the servers are going down, I have no other choice because if I want to do it, I have to do it now. So that's just my little rant about that. But my other rant, which is again more first world problems, is just like I'm having troubles when it comes to like just playing games, because part of me wants to play new games. Part of me wants to play games that I buy, play new franchises, play new series, right? But then part of me also wants to finish series. It's like the Dirt franchise, right? It would be nice to sit down for a week or two or more and get the platinum in Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0 and then just be done with the franchise. Obviously, well, not obviously. After I do those two games, I do want to go back and do as much as I can in Dirt 2, other than the few unobtainable trophies. But it's like I want to sit down and I want to do the Dirt franchise. I want to sit down. I want to finish the Hitman franchise. I want to sit down. I want to do the MotoGP games. I want to sit down. I want to do the MXGP games. I want to sit down. I want to do the NASCAR games. Like I want to do all this stuff, right? But at the same time, I want to do other franchises as well. So it's like kind of hard to like pick like do I go for finishing series and doing all the games in the series, or do I balance it and I go do another game and then come back to the series a little later? So that's kind of like the big difficult thing that I'm trying to overcome right now. It's just more or less picking what games that I want to play. And again, it's like finishing series or starting new series and going back to that series a little bit later. So that's like my difficult choices right now. And it just sucks with so many games, right? Most people are like, it must be awesome to own so many games, just being able to play whatever you want to, whenever you want to. I mean, it does have its ups, because if I feel like playing something, I can just play it. But it also has its downs because, again, it's really hard to pick a game to play when you're sitting here with like 500 games and you're like, I don't even know where to start. So it does suck a little bit, but my main goal for now is just finishing up what I already have on my list. So like I said, with the whole Dirt thing, right? If I go to my list and I'm like, okay, well, what do I have on my list that's Dirt related? Let's go down. So on my list right now, I have Dirt 2, which I said I want to do as much as I can to get that done. Dirt 3 done. Dirt 4 is on my list, so I would like to do that. Dirt Rally's done. Dirt Showdown's done. So I look at my list and I say, okay, Dirt 4 is on my list. Let's do Dirt 4. Let's finish Dirt 4. Then we'll see how I feel about doing Dirt Rally 2.0 and things of that sort. So let's start at some point and then kind of work our way from that. And another problem is like, I really like, it's why I've been working on it so much, but I really just want to get all of these games, which are platinum, but not 100%. I really just want to get these done just to have them done, completion percentage, good 100% on all the games. That would kind of be like the goal for that. And a lot of these are doable. Uncharted 2 is about to be done. Middle-earth Shadow of War, easy. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, once the DLCs come out, done, easy. Destiny 2, I mean, if I put the time in, if I put the effort in, I can probably get it done, but I really don't want to. So it's just right now. Uncharted 4, same thing. I could put the time and effort in, but it's right now. I really don't care that much. Spin Tires, easy. Horizon, easy. Resident Evil 7, easy. Need for Speed Most Wanted, easy. I just need to find someone, because a lot of the stuff in that game is in or on online, and you literally just have to be in an online match with someone else and just ride around and drive off road for this long to unlock these tires and do this to unlock these tires. So there's that, but it's easy. It just takes a little bit of time. And then Uncharted 3 is like the biggest one on this list, where it's like, yikes. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to get done. I mean, I want it to get done, but I don't know. It's going to be quite the push. If I can somehow get Uncharted 3 done, I will amaze myself. Let's just say that. But then I also look at my list and I go, okay, well, when did I start doing like online games, right? Like just strictly online. It was around this time. Hold on. It was around this time that I strictly started just working on online only. And this is in December of 2017. Now, I do have games before this that I did do the online for, and I just haven't gone back, but I did play the single player. So like games like SOCOM 4, we can go down a little bit here. So hold on. We can go down a little bit. Probably not this far. I don't know. Anyway, actually, it might be this far. Yeah, so like SOCOM 4, Saints Row 4. Like these are games that I've done the online for. I literally just have to play them. Then I have like easy games down here where it's like literally just playing Far Cry Classic, Remember Me, Infamous Second Son, Godfather 2, like literally just play the damn game and I can get the platinum. Like that's what it comes down to. So it's like, it's hard for me right now to like pick from my backlog and figure out what I want to do, just because like I've put so much shit on my list that it's like, what piece of shit do I start with? Or do I just grab the whole damn thing and like just try to do it all at once? So that's what I'm having troubles with somewhat. I want to do games where I've done the online, But at the same time, like I do want to like go back and be like, hey, Hitman contracts. Like, why don't I have that done? Ferrari challenge. Like what? Dead Space 1. Like what am I doing? Like just do the damn game. But it's hard like picking those because I don't know where I want to start. And then again, the whole thing with the franchises is blowing my mind. Like if I go and do Dead Space 1, do I just go right into Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, Dead Space Extraction? Do I just do all the Dead Space while I'm doing Dead Space 1, or do I do Dead Space 1? Take a break from Dead Space 1 and do Dead Space and do something else and then come back to Dead Space 2. But then when do I come back to Dead Space 2? Because I've taken a break for 6 months now, so it's just difficult. It's just difficult for I'm having troubles kind of like picking what I want to play. Um and the other problem is, juggling between the content. Like if I do Dead Space 1 or any game really, I'm not just singling Dead Space out. If I do any game, my goal is to make a trophy guide or make trophy guides on the game. And it's hard to make trophy guides and stream at the same time. It's possible, but it is difficult. So then it comes down to, well, do I stream that game or do I not stream that game and just make trophy guides for it, and then I don't stream for a while? So then I have to juggle that. So it's trying to like figure out what I want to do and being kind of consistent with it. But yeah, anyway, back up here. Let's go back up here. It was around, yeah, so I did some stuff in January of 2017, early 2017, where I just did the online and then I kind of put it away. So like WRC 4, Hitman Absolution, F1 Race Stars, Mercenaries 2, Splinter Cell, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Basically like just did the online. Anarchy Rush Hour, just did the online, left it pure, haven't gone back. And then it was around December of that same year that I started just hammering away at multiplayer, just playing so much stuff left and right, new things here, new things there, not really being able to finish anything. And part of the big problem for me, what it comes down to is, again, deciding what to play, right? But if I actually had the time to get the platinum when I did the multiplayer, that would have been cool. I don't really have all the time in the world when it comes down to it. I don't think anyone does. Even if I was to quit my job, move away, and literally just play games 24/7 for the next 10 years, I don't think I'd be able to play all the games that I own, which kind of sucks. Now that I think about it, it makes me a little sad. But it's kind of difficult to just pick like, okay, well, what do I pick from here? Like I've literally done the multiplayer for like Battlefield 3, Truck Racer, WRC 5, Valentino Rossi, Project Cars, Brutal Legend, Rogue Warrior, MotoGP 13, the Ratchet and Clank games, Singularity, Demon's Souls, Killzone 2, Kane and Lynch 2. Like I've done the multiplayer for all these damn games. But where do I start? That's like the most difficult question for me right now. Is like, where do I start? Where do I start? Do I do the franchise? And again, this comes back all to square one. Do I focus on the franchise and just do the whole franchise? Do I do one game in the franchise, do something else, come back to it? Because then I have troubles getting back into the franchise. It's like Hitman. I went back, I played Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. When did I play this? I played this. When was this? It was a while back. Right here. July 7th of 2017. So about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I sat down and play Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. Play through the whole game. Have so much fun. Had so much fun playing back through that game, doing guides, just playing it again. It's amazing. And then when I did that, I was like, I'm in the mood, man. I'm trying to do Hitman contracts, blood money, absolution, throw all the Hitmans at me. I'm trying to do them. But guess what? I haven't touched another Hitman since I did Silent Assassin. I mean, I got on Absolution to do the online, but I didn't actually play the game. So it's like I was in the mindset of like, I'm trying to do all the Hitmans now. Like I'm blowing through these, boy. Like we flying now. And then I never went back and did any of them. And that's just like the story of my life with like everything. And that's why I'm saying like the whole franchise thing. Like if I'm going to stick to a franchise, do I just do the whole damn franchise? I don't want to, like, I want to, part of me when I do the game, I want to take a break so that I can go back to the franchise, right? It's the whole thing that happened with Dirt was like, I did Dirt Rally and I was like, oh, I did the multiplayer for Dirt 4. I did like the weekly stuff and all that, but I didn't get into Dirt 4. But is it worth getting into Dirt 4 and then Dirt Rally 2.0 and just finishing up the whole franchise? Rather than being like, oh, well, I'll get to it eventually, because who knows when the hell eventually is going to be. Because another franchise that I've really wanted to go back and start playing again is Assassin's Creed. And I made this pact years ago. Years ago. I basically said Assassin's Creed, they're going to they literally remastered every single one of their games that was on the PS3 and put it on the PS4. Besides one game, which I'm waiting on. What are you doing, Ubisoft? I've been waiting for an Assassin's Creed 1 remaster forever. I want the damn game. But anyway, I made a pact to myself like years ago that like I'm literally just going to play every Assassin's Creed game. I don't care if I'm triple stacking it. I don't care what it is. I'm literally going to play every single Assassin's Creed game because Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite franchises. It's literally the franchise more or less that got me into trophy hunting. Assassin's Creed 2 was the game that got me into trophy hunting. And then Brotherhood on top of that was another game that made me want to trophy hunt even more. Same thing with Revelations, same thing with 4. Literally every single Assassin's Creed that came out, I was so hooked on the trophies for it. And again, it's one of the franchises that really just got me into trophy hunting. There's games that get you in, but like the whole damn franchise got me with Assassin's Creed. So I kind of said to myself, I'm going to do all of them. And I've been waiting for them to remaster Assassin's Creed 1 to sit down and just play literally back through the whole library. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, or 3, Liberation again, 4. And then I would be done, I think. Rogue, and then I'd be done. But literally playing back through all of them, doing all the Chronicle games. I think the Chronicle games are pretty cool. And you can see I've done Freedom Cry twice. The worst goddamn one I've done twice. What am I doing with my life? But yeah, that's the one where like, do I sit down and literally just play through all of them at one time? Or do I play one and put it down for a few months and play the next one in the next few months? Like that. It's just the thing it's literally the thing with gaming that's like ripping my mind apart right now is like, what? I don't even know what to do. Like, I want to do series. Series are like one of the better things when it comes to gaming. Finding a series that you really like and just playing it. And it's like, I play the game, I want to do the series, but then I don't actually do the series. I kind of take a break for a little bit. And then I never go back to the series because I'm doing 50 other things. So that's one of the big things that I'm going to try to work on over the next, who knows how long. Again, obviously, playing the games, whatever I play, for the most part, I'm going to do guides for. Whether it's the multiplayer for Uncharted 2, you'll see a multiplayer trophy guide for it. Whether it's the DLC for Middle-earth Shadow of War, you'll see stuff for that. There's a very few games, or there's very few times where like I just don't want to make guides, just because one, it's not worth it. Most of the times when I don't make a guide for the game, it's mainly because I don't think it's worth it to me to make the video, just because it's either very self-explanatory, or it's just easy, or no one's going to watch it. Well, one of those. It's like the Grand Tour. I literally could have made guides for every single one of the events to get gold. But I didn't, just because it's so easy and it's self-explanatory. They tell you what to do. Like, it's not hidden. It's not like you need a guide. Like, the game guides you to it. So, but yeah, again, I love making guides and everything. I love making YouTube videos. I love live streaming, but it all comes back to, I really haven't been able to do all that stuff in a while, like consistently, just because of the amount of online I've been doing. And this is more on myself. I'm not blaming anyone else but my damn self here, because I can't. It's my choice. But few years ago, I would have been pumping or cranking guides out left and right for games, collectible guides, trophy guides, full guides, stuff left and right. And I feel like I really haven't been doing it recently, just because I don't have the time to really sit down and just play a game for 5 hours a night or 6 hours a night, because most of the times I'm just getting some online trophies here, getting some online trophies there, or live streaming or something of that sort. So I do want to get back into the making guides thing and being more consistent with it and just playing games. But then I just get into the whole problem of like, what do I play? I don't even know what to play right now. So I'm going to stick to the DLC stuff for now, just because I've gotten the platinum for the games. Might as well just finish them up and get them complete. But then I need to start looking back and saying, do I start working back through the games that I've done the multiplayer for? Do I literally focus on like a franchise? Maybe what I should do, and tell me if this is a good idea. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. Do I put a poll on Twitter and basically say, what franchise do you want to see next? What whole franchise would you like to see done next? Like, the Hitman franchise, the Dirt franchise, the Prince of Persia franchise. Or people can suggest franchises, and then I can have people vote on them. But that's another possibility as well. Just because, like, I'm not saying I want people to help me pick my games, right? I'm not pulling a King Super One. Please help me out. Like, no, I'm not pulling a King Super One here. I'm not saying pick my damn games for me. Fill the survey out and pick my games for me. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. You know, if someone says, "Hey, complete the Yakuza franchise," I'm gonna be like, "Okay, give me fucking 8 years because I'm not gonna start it anytime soon." Yes, I want to do it. It's actually funny I brought this up because someone did ask me that in the stream chat the other day. They were like, do you plan on doing the Yakuza franchise? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's a franchise I want to do. When I will do it, I can't give you a date, my mans. I would like to, but I haven't even started any of them. So who knows when I'm going to do the franchise? I can't even finish the Hitman franchise. You really think I'm going to be able to do the Yakuza franchise right now? So yeah. That's just that. Again, some organization. I want to think about some stuff. Obviously, I want to start making or I want to start working on some videos here and there. I have scripts written for how to platinums and multiplayer trophy guides, and I want to start cranking out some collectible guides and trophy guides and everything. But again, that's more on me. I feel like I've been complaining for like the past 20 minutes about just like nothing. Just like I don't know a game to play. Fuck, I want to make trophy guides. I want to do this. It is annoying. It is annoying. And I talk about this, or I think about this all the time. It's just like, if I was able to do YouTube for a job, if I was able to make content for a job, it would make my life a million times easier because I feel like I'm working a full-time job at work. And then on top of that, I come home and I try to put the same amount of effort into making videos and earning trophies and doing this and doing that. And it doesn't really show because obviously I'm not uploading any videos, but like I have scripts written for stuff. I literally just have to record it. That comes down to like just environment. I don't really want to record stuff at 2 a.m. because when I record, long story short, when I record stuff, I like to edit it at the same time I record it. I don't record everything and then edit it later. So I like to do it like in the middle of the day because I don't want to be tired when I'm editing stuff. So that's long story short with that. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that's more than a trophy talk, man. We're diving into some deep shit here. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I didn't break the hour mark. I was close. I really thought I would with the amount of stuff that I was gonna talk about, but I didn't really have anything to rant about. Just sitting here complaining that I have so many games and I don't know what to play. Which is such like a first world problem. What the hell am I doing? But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Let me know anything. Like I said, I was going to leave a poll. I can leave a poll on Twitter. If you guys don't follow me, go follow me. There's a link down below. I can leave a poll on Twitter, or you can leave it in the comments below, like franchises that you'd like to see. If you think it's good to stick with just doing DLC for now when I'm not playing online and just cranking through DLC and getting basically all my DLC done in games that I've gotten the platinum for, but not the 100%. If I should focus on a certain franchise, if someone leaves a comment and they're like, focus on the Hitman franchise and it gets like 10 upvotes, then I should focus on the Hitman franchise. That's what the people want to see. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff. Like I said, my Twitter, go follow me there if you want to. My Twitch, which I'm live streaming platinums and 100% and other stuff, and possibly games that people are going to recommend. And trying to be, again, I say this month in and month out. I'm trying to be more consistent over there, but it just comes down to scheduling and life events. Stuff happens, and it be what it be. But I am trying to live stream over there, at least 3 times a week. So if you want to go follow me over there, I would greatly appreciate it. You'll find links to some platinum trophy videos I've done for like the past few years, all my platinums that I got. So if you want to go check that out, I would appreciate it. A few videos will be up there soon. But with games that I play, like I said, keep an eye out for trophy guides, keep an eye out for collectible guides. If there's a game that you're playing, if there's a game that, has, that you want a guide for, collectible guide or trophy guide or something, and you can't find one anywhere, let me know. I'd be glad to make one. There's a few games that I've missed out on that I regret a little bit, but it is what it is, just because I didn't have the equipment, or I didn't have stuff like that. Not really time, it was more equipment back then. But and like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know anything down in the comments below. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more awesome, great trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.